This Karen really had no shame. She went to a restaurant with her family and she intentionally placed her hair in the food that she received. And she called the manager right away to complain about finding hair in her food. The manager came and saw the blonde piece of hair on the food and took it to the kitchen where all the cooks were. But none of the cooks or the servers had long blonde hair like Karen did. So they automatically knew she placed it there by herself. Even the server had long brown hair. So the manager went back to Karen's table and said, "Look, we are very sorry about that hair in your food. We're going to give you free dessert as compensation." None of Karen's family members wanted the dessert because they were so embarrassed by the situation that they were in. But friggin' Karen said, "Yeah, I want dessert." They brought her a cheesecake and she devoured that thing in one bite, just and then of course she left without tipping and wrote a bad review on Yelp. Karma is gonna get her bad. For more crazy stories, follow my Instagram. Karen really learned a lesson the hard way on this particular day. This guy had just left work and he was hungry and he wanted to go get some food. So he went to the McDonald's drive-thru. And of course, McDonald's drive-thrus have two windows. The first one you pay at and the second one you get the food. As that guy was paying for his food, she decided he was taking way too long and she starts honking non-stop for like 30 seconds. And the guy says, "You know what? I'm gonna teach her a lesson. I'm gonna pay for her food." And that's just what he did. He paid for her food. And when she drove up to the first window after him and the cashier told her that the person ahead of her paid for her food, she was really embarrassed. But the story doesn't end here. Second window, he showed the cashier both receipts and said he paid for both orders, so all the food is his. So he ended up buying the food she ordered while she got nothing. But here's the best part. On that particular day, the line for the drive-thru was especially long. So she had to go to the back of the line and order again. More crazy stories, follow my Instagram. This Karen is unlike any other Karen you've heard about before. Karen was having dinner at this restaurant. And for some reason, this restaurant left empty glasses on the tables. They didn't clear them. And I guess Karen had something bad to eat and it upset her stomach. And all of a sudden, she started to vomit. But instead of going to the bathroom like a regular human being, Karen started to vomit in the empty glasses. She had two empty glasses at her table and she filled them both up with vomits. But she still had to go, so she went to other people's tables, grabbed their empty glasses and threw up in those instead of going to the bathroom. The managers and the servers could not believe what they were seeing. And after she was done, she left her puke-filled glasses on the table for the servers to clean. And the worst part, she didn't even leave a tip. But the restaurant did ban her from ever coming back again. For more crazy stories, follow my Instagram. This woman was tired of her coworker always stealing her lunch. She worked in an office and they kept their lunches in a fridge in the break room. And her coworker, who looked something like Kevin from The Office, this guy loved to eat her lunch for some reason. So she had a plan. On this particular day, her lunch was peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, one of Kevin's favorites. But one thing Kevin didn't know is that she had mixed liquid laxatives into the peanut butter. So whoever ate these sandwiches was gonna go right to the shitter afterwards. And when lunchtime came, Kevin couldn't help himself and he devoured the sandwiches. And about 15 minutes later, he started to feel a bit uneasy and went to the bathroom. And he was glued to the toilet for about 2 hours. Needless to say, he never took her lunch after that particular day. For more crazy stories, follow my Instagram.